I'm Melinna.
And I'm Zeus. Welcome to our channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. So this is just an intro video. We wanted to talk to you guys about what we're going to be posting on this channel. We run an online store together, which is awesome because we're able to work together. We're able to do what we love. And we've been doing great so far. We've been working together for around, 4 months now?
4 months, yeah. Well, yeah, officially 4 months.
So we launched our first online store together in April. And it was an instant success, which is crazy. You know, so many people tell you, like, you have to plan out what you do, which I know Melinna's a big person.
I'm a planner for sure.
Things, and I'm more of just doing stuff immediately. And, I mean, we literally built the website within, like, one day. I remember working on it overnight. Melinna thought I was crazy. I was just wired in. And she's just helped me with everything, with the design. She knows what looks good and what doesn't. Her background's in retail, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about that. But we want to encourage you guys to follow your dreams because it's a big jump that we took. It's a big risk that we both decided to just test out at first. And then we realized that this is something that could actually work. And we went all in, and up to now, we haven't regretted it at all. At least I haven't. I don't know about Melinna, but...
No, it's been a really, really fun journey. Definitely a lot of learning process. I never thought in a million years I'd be working with my boyfriend.
Yeah,
I always saw couples that did that, and I was like, that's insane. Like, how is that even possible? I would just completely take that up out of the picture. And it has been so much fun. I think it's giving us the opportunity to travel together and experience things together and kind of just share a different aspects of your life, because usually I feel like that's not an aspect that you share with a boyfriend or your significant other. But being able to work together shows us, I guess, a different version of ourselves and improves our relationship even more, because it's not only dealing now with like life and regular relationship problems, but also like issues that come up or obstacles that might occur with the business. So my background is in retail, and I don't know, like, we actually know each other way back then, so that's not where it started. But prior to starting the candy store, I worked for Guess, Michael Kors, Kate Spade, and all of those are big retailers which have amazing branding, and I think each individual brand is super unique when it comes to their branding, their customers, their selling skills, and overall like store representation, and like the vibes inside the store are different. From that, I've learned multiple things, from hiring and recruiting to training and development to customer service, sales. So that's kind of my background. Everything to do with retail. I really have always admired the branding part of it, and one of my goals after graduating was to work for corporate America in one of these big retailers. And so that was the direction that I wanted to head in. And this quarantine, I know a lot of people lost their job, and that was me. I was one of them. So I believe it was in April, if not May, they let me know that I was no longer going to work because people were getting laid off and the company was restructuring. And so we were in a long distance relationship for a year.
For around a year.
A little bit over a year. And so we would always commute back and forth to visit each other. And during the quarantine, I was like, okay, well, I don't have to go to work, and I
have to go back home.
I can go back home, but I was like, oh, I didn't think this was gonna last a long time. I was like, no. The corona thing. So I was like, what a great opportunity. I was actually really excited. I was like, I'm gonna go visit for a while, spend some time together. It was sometimes hard to spend longer than like a weekend or a week together because of our work schedules. I had to go back to work, or Jesus had to finish a project, or he had a shoot coming up. So I was like, oh, this is the perfect time. He was out of productions as well due to COVID, so it was a perfect opportunity for us to come together and just spend some time for us in our relationship. And that's kind of how everything started.
And just so you guys know, Melinna actually lived in Texas, and I live in Utah currently, and now Melinna has moved out here to go ahead and focus on our relationship and our business. It has been around a little bit over a month now, I believe. and it's been a great time. But a little bit about Melinna is she was visiting here over the weekend, and she had expressed her interest in learning a little bit about Photoshop, and she had talked to me about her plans after college, about her wanting to go into the corporate world and work a higher position for guests. And I know she was talking about maybe doing internship for a different company for social media. For me, myself, I never attended college. I've always been someone that likes to learn things on their own by simply going out there and doing them. And when Melinna expressed her interest of looking for a job somewhere to go ahead and practice social media as an internship, I told her, I'm like, this is something you could do now. Like, it's not something that you don't have to wait till you graduate, till you get your degree. You don't have to wait till a company reaches out to you and they bring you on. It's something that you could literally practice today. I mean, it's something that anyone can, as long as you have access to the internet. And if you're watching this video, you do have access to the internet. And I mean, you can learn so many things online. And something I've always been against is people getting a job in something they're not passionate about, whether it's an MLM, whether it's for a corporate job, whether it's for a different business. Like, I have nothing against working for someone else or going to school, but if it's not something you're truly passionate about or enjoying, I'm really against that. I don't think you should do something you're not enjoying unless you do have a plan around it and it will take you down a career path that you'll actually enjoy and make money out of.
Just to add on, like, I feel like the cool thing is that you'll be able, I guess we both have different backgrounds and different experiences. So I'm currently enrolled in college, Jesus didn't attend college, and both of our talents and both of our experience have brought us here. And I mean, it just is a completely different perspective, and I think it's really fun, and it'll be really interesting for you guys kind of to see. So it's not very like lean towards one side. Like, it's not like, oh yes, go to college, do this, or it's not like, oh, don't go to college. So you guys will kind of get to see through these videos both of our opinions basically, and both sides, and how it has influenced us in either in a positive way or a negative way, attending or not attending, or following your dreams and not following your dreams. And something I think that really helps us work together is that we have different traits and we have different backgrounds, and our experiences are different, but once they come together, they're so strong because we both love working. And that's actually, like, we really are workaholics.
Yeah, we both really do enjoy working. And a little bit about me is I didn't go to college after high school. I wanted to get the highest paying job without a college degree, whether I liked it or not. You know, I don't think a lot of people really know their passion coming out of high school or even coming out of college. And at 17, 18 years old, I really didn't know what I loved doing. So I just got a job doing anything, and I moved across the country. I did different jobs, I did a lot of different gigs, and I slowly realized that my passion was creating content. Through that experience, I had learned everything that it takes to go ahead and start your own business. And 6 years later, here we are at our own studio. We've been able to go ahead and succeed through our own business. I have been shooting professional production videos for different businesses, brands, events, and around April, which was around the time that Melinna got laid off from her job, or at least they put everything on pause, which was very exciting to me. I know a lot of people panicked and people were freaking out because they had lost their jobs. They didn't know what they were going to do next. But for some reason, I felt excited. I love changes, and I love doing new things. And it fired me up to know that I had so much free time, and I had all the knowledge that I had learned the past couple of years. I had this idea to start this online store. I thought it'd be a perfect way for me and Melinna to just kind of spend time together. And we put together a Shopify store overnight, and
found the distributor overnight.
we literally did everything that day, but we just zoned in completely. And I remember that weekend was just a rush to me. You know, I love putting together stores, I love creating content, and I know Melinna was fascinating about seeing just a different world, you know, just coming from her background and doing something completely different, but her as well being so good at it because she knows what looks good, and she herself loves social media, but it's something that she hadn't really experienced. And we just kind of made the perfect team. And literally that weekend, we started selling without actually having the product. And we realized, like, hey, this is something that could work.
It was kind of crazy too, because I remember you saying like, oh, I have this idea about an online candy store, and it was just kind of like, oh, okay, like, you know, like, cool. And then like the next day I was like, hey, actually, like, that's a really good idea, like what do we have to lose, like, let's just do it. And that's kind of how everything started. And it was literally a weekend that I was visiting, and we were stuck at home because you couldn't go anywhere. It was like literally like right at the impact of COVID, and like even grocery shopping was like, yikes, you know. So we were literally just home, and he started going on the computer, and I was amazed by his computer skills because I am not tech savvy like him. So while he did the website, I started looking for the distributor, and we got in contact with that, and it literally launched overnight, which was like shocking to me because I never imagined like that would be the result of this year. I had like a completely different like view of what was gonna happen this year, and it was really unexpected. But we're in our studio right now, which is surreal.
To add on to that really quick, that weekend that Melinna spent over in Utah at my house literally turned into 2 to 3 months, because she didn't want to go back home, and I myself didn't want her to go back home, because we were running a business together, and it wasn't as easy for her to leave because we're running the store together. I mean, we have responsibilities now, and we were making real money, and it's something that we both wanted to take a chance on.
It's so crazy to see how much it has grown in just 4 months. For a little bit?
Yeah, it's been 5 months.
5 months now. So I just think it's a great idea for us to share our experiences, and we'll be posting weekly vlogs for you guys and kind of just show you guys that it's possible. And I think many of us are either stopped by our parents or our friends. They're like, oh no, that's too hard, don't do that. But I think one thing that I've learned from this whole experience is just do it. Like, you never know what may happen, and that we're here now. So
we want to post a lot of content showing you guys behind the scenes at the studio, just having fun, our daily lives, showing you what it's like to run an online store, at least from our perspective. We like to have fun with what we do, and we like to travel, we like to do things hands-on, and we've been able to learn so much. So we want to go ahead and document that journey for you guys, just to give you guys hope, to show you guys that it is something you can do. And I mean, we're just really like a couple of kids who had this idea, and we put it together. And I think there's never a better time to start than now. A lot of people would say that right now is one of the worst times to do anything. You know, people don't know what's going to happen with the economy. When the world felt like it was falling apart, me and Melinna decided to start a business. She decided to move across the country. We decided to get a studio and even move into a brand new apartment together, which is something a lot of people would tell you not to do. But we knew that it was the right thing to do,
and
we've been able
to.
Yeah, and we've been able to be successful so far. So we just want to encourage you guys. We are going to be posting weekly content on this YouTube, stuff on the business aspect of things, on how we're running the store, and just us having fun on how we're spending our money and how we're deciding to grow together. We're also going to have a private group for anyone that wants to go ahead and get involved more on learning how to go ahead and finally take that jump, start your own online store. And the reason we're doing that is because it really makes me mad when I see people get motivated and get involved in whether it's selling insurance or it's selling a supplement product. I mean, I think that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're not really enjoying it, I don't think you're going to be fulfilled at the end. So what I love about ecom is that you can start an online store doing anything, whether it's a product or a service. So we're going to be starting this online group, and we're going to go ahead and tune in with you guys more. We're going to be posting all the content on our YouTube, but we are going to have special content for our group, and we're going to go ahead and talk one-on-one with you guys. And we just want to build this community around people who want to go ahead and get started on their dreams. And we have a lot of plans for this community. We have a lot of exciting things we want to do. But us as a couple who's always busy, who's always working on their business, we want to go ahead and create a community where we can meet like-minded people and go ahead and talk with them and even hang out. I mean, me and Melinna, our goal is to travel a lot, and it's something that we've been able to do already because of our business. We don't have to be in a certain location to run our business. We can run our business basically from anywhere. And our goal is to travel a lot. So we want to go ahead and put together events across the United States and eventually meet a lot of you guys and hang out with you, because I like hanging out with like-minded people, and I think it's good to surround yourself with motivated people or
people
teach
who
others.
have the same goals as you. I've always been a firm believer in like surrounding yourself by people either you want to be like, or people you look up to, or people who have the same mindset as you, because I know it's really hard sometimes to find people with the same mindset, or even people who like support your crazy thoughts like ours, to start a business and move, you know, and make all of these changes during like an economic crash, which some people are calling it.
But yeah, so the reason we basically made this channel was because we want to go ahead and connect with like-minded people. I know one of my biggest goals moving out of my city after I graduated high school, I grew up in El Paso, Texas, and I love my hometown, but I felt like the biggest problem was I wasn't meeting the people I needed to meet to jump on the next level. My dream has always been to become a billionaire and start several businesses and impact the world in a positive way through entrepreneurship and innovation. And I just didn't know anyone that could be my mentor or that I could learn from. And it was my goal from the start, is to meet people who would allow me to level up. And that's why we're starting this community, is because we want to go ahead and connect with other people who want to do the same thing, but they really don't know where to start.
Or I feel like many people are also afraid, like, oh, I don't have the money to invest in a new business. But I know we're both super excited to start sharing all of this with you guys. We'll, like, behind the scenes, everything. We want to be completely transparent with you guys. Tell you guys exactly, like he said, we started with $2,000, $1,000 each. And yeah, kind of just go from there, and feel free to ask us any questions along the way. We really want to build this community where we can all come together and support each other and help each other grow. So,
and we tell you guys where we started from, so just to give you a little insight of where we are now, we are both full-time on running our own business. We have been able to go ahead and get our own apartment together, get the studio together, and it's all been of money that we've earned. I mean, it hasn't been easy. We have put in a lot of hours, but it hasn't been that hard either, because I feel like we're both really enjoying what we do. We have encountered a few problems, but nothing crazy that we can say, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this. I think it's only motivated us more, and we've been blessed enough to go ahead and be able to build those connections in the industry. And to give you guys some more insight, we do run an online entertainment and candy store. You guys can check it out. I'll put the link in the bio, and we're excited to show you guys a little bit of our scenes, whether it's running the business or pranking Melinna. I think it's gonna be really exciting.
I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm so excited to share everything that we've learned together with you guys and share our experience, and hopefully inspire you guys to open your own business and follow your dreams, and maybe leave that job you've been wanting to leave for the longest time, because what better time than now?
What better time than now that we might get a second stimulus check?
No.
All right, cut.